The first way to become the most confident version of yourself is to have values. Genuinely sit down and ask yourself, what do I believe in? What do I stand for? Write it down on a sheet of paper. OD stands for X, Y, and Z. Because the person who stands for nothing falls for everything. Right now, you're probably going to places that you don't want to go to. And at those places, you're doing things that you don't even want to do. And you can't even explain why you're doing these things. The reason why is because you don't have any values. You've become a chameleon. You blend in with your environment. And yes, that can work in your favor if you're in a high quality environment, surrounded by the best people who are already achieving the things you want to achieve. But let's be real, you're not in that environment. You're around people who don't even want to achieve half of what you want to achieve. And you trust them to get you to your destination. Have some values. Have a sense of direction. Know who you are, what you want from life, and where you're going. And let that inform your actions. Don't just blend in with your environment. The most low confidence, miserable people that I've ever met are the ones who have no values. Because they just do whatever anyone tells them to do. Again, the person who stands for nothing falls for everything. I literally watched this movie yesterday, and it was about this guy who was in this friendship group with guys who all support the same football club. And every single week, without fail, they go to an away game or a Soho game, they drink to their heart's content, they do every drug under the sun, and then they fight the opposition team. And on this one occasion, the main character got arrested, and he went to court, and they said that he was going to go to prison for years if he didn't turn his life around. He told all of his friends about this, and his friends literally didn't care. His friends kept encouraging him to take drugs, to drink, to go to the games. He was literally going to lose his family, his wife, and his kids, and even his house, because the house he was living in was owned by his wife's parents. But his friends still told him, keep doing the drugs, keep drinking, keep going out to the football games, keep getting in fights. Your friends probably aren't that bad, but you start to realize now, as I'm saying this, that your friends think they're doing what's good for you, but it probably isn't that great for you. And it's the same with values. If you don't have any values, you're just going to be doing things that you don't even want to be doing. And your life is going to be going in a direction that you don't even want it to go in. Have values. I promise you, as soon as you have values, your life will start to improve and your confidence will increase. And your friends are a problem as well. They're actually bringing your values down. They're making your standards lower. So if you want to be surrounded by like-minded individuals with good values, people with morality, high morals that you can count on, that you can trust. My community is filled with young men who are trying to reach their full potential and live purpose-filled lives filled with morals and values. Click the link in my description and join my community, because it will raise your standards of what it means to actually be a young man and a man in this world. But the second way you're going to become the most confident version of yourself is once you've defined your values, once you've said to yourself, OD stands for this, actually set boundaries. Who cares what your values are if you don't actually stand for them? Once you decide what you believe in, stand for those values. Have boundaries in place. And if people try and come against these boundaries, make sure you're able to actually protect them. Actually tell people what you believe in. Challenge them. Tell them why you believe what you believe in. So this means you can't just say, I believe in this. You need to know why you believe it. You need to know why you stand for something. When you say, I want to do this, and then your friends say, no, don't do that, and you get influenced so easily, that's why your confidence is low. The reason why confidence was so high back in the day is because when someone had a value and someone tried to go against that value, men would literally go to war to protect their values. Someone like Alexander the Great, if he believed something at the age of 16 or 20 or 24, and someone went against that belief and tried to force him to live in a different way, he would genuinely go to that place and he'd wipe all of them out. They would go to war over their values. But now you can't even stand for your values. You don't even have any sort of boundaries. You just go where the wind takes you. And the wind's not going to take you to the places you want to go to. The wind's not going to take you to your goals. The wind's going to take you to all the places that are going to hold you back from achieving your goals. And I know you're ambitious. I know you want to achieve great things in life. So have those values and set those boundaries. And this links to the third way you're going to become the most confident version of yourself. Learn to say no. N-O, no. Becoming successful is less about adding to your life and it's more about taking away from your life. You don't actually need to do that much more than what you're doing now, but you definitely need to cut out a lot of things. Saying no will help you. Saying no will keep you away from things that are holding you back. Saying no will protect your valuable time, your most valuable asset, time. Learn to say no. When you say no the first time, it might be scary. People might come back because they're not used to you saying no. They're used to you just bending at will. But when you say no again, they'll be less resistant. Third, fourth, fifth time, by the time you say no, people will start to respect you and your values and your opinions. And that's when your confidence will really increase. Because right now, you're deciding to be your own man. You're not being the man that other people want you to be. You're living authentically to yourself. And that's a person who's confident. That's someone who is respected by others. And when you're saying no, don't just say no. Say no without feeling any type of guilt at all. There was a time where I would say no when I'm trying to live in line with my values, but I'd feel super guilty. I'd feel like I'd let my friends down if I told them I didn't want to go to that party with them because I need to get something done. I'd feel so guilty. I'd feel horrible. And they'd see that guilt the next time they saw me. And the way a piranha is around blood, they're gonna pick up on that, and they're probably gonna make fun of you, or they're gonna tease you and attack you about it. But when you say no without any form of guilt, people see a man in front of them who is confident, a man who knows where they're going in life, a man who still cares about others, but he's not willing to compromise his purpose and his mission for things that probably aren't that important. Going out for unnecessary drinks. We can do it another time when it works in the schedule. It doesn't have to be today. Going out to some club, we can do it another night, but it doesn't have to be today. Know what you want in life, know where you're going, know what your plan is, have a schedule. And if someone asks you to do something that doesn't fully align, be okay saying no. Now, it doesn't mean you have to always say no. There may be a time where you want to go on a spontaneous night out. There may be a time where your friend is outside of your house in their car and they want to grab some food with you or just chill with you. Spontaneity is good. There's some great experiences that come out of being spontaneous. But a lot of the time, you're going to learn how to say no. In fact, just the other day, my friend wanted to grab a meal with me, but he said that he'd only be able to get to my house and we go and leave to go to that place at 10 p.m. after his training. I told him, bro, I would love to, but I'm going to be asleep by then. And best believe I was. Because I'm trying to sleep early so I can wake up early and I can attack the day. If I went to eat food at 10 p.m., number one, I'm not going to sleep well because that food is going to be digesting when my body should be restoring itself. But number two, I'm going to wake up so tired, so late, or just because I wanted to eat some food. I can see my friend another time. So I said no without any guilt. And I was respected for that. And I felt more confident as I stood by my values. Because I'm trying to sleep earlier and wake up earlier. That's the kind of life I'm trying to live. Because I know where I'm going in life and I know what I want to achieve. So learn to say no, and say no with no feeling of guilt whatsoever. If you want to increase your confidence, if you want to be surrounded by like-minded individuals who will actually help you to raise your values, raise your sense of morality, increase your standards of what it means to be a young man, join my community. My community is filled with some of the highest quality young men I've ever encountered from around the globe. If you want to be a part of that, click the link in my description and join the community.